It's Battlebox time. In this video, we're going to take a look at Mission 28, Urban Survival. That's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So the folks at Battlebox were kind enough to send me this month's box, Mission 28, Urban Survival, and I took a quick look at it, and I got to say, man, once again, they are swinging for the fences. And I found out at Blade Show that Battlebox was voted the #1 men's subscription box at a recent subscription box kind of summit thing. So anyway, if you're not familiar, Battlebox is a subscription box where you have 4 different levels, and basically you pay a certain amount monthly, and they send you a box full of cool stuff. And it's kind of like Christmas every month. So we'll talk about the levels as we go. As always, what I do with these reviews is, so we'll talk about each item that you get at each level. We'll talk about what value Battlebox is assigned to that, and then what price I found the same item for, or as close as I could get on the internet, so you can compare prices and see if you think A, you like the stuff that's in here, and B, if it's a good value for you. So anyway, without any more rambling, let me take you down to the old stump top, and we'll get to doing some of that Battlebox stuff. Okay, so here is the nice, cool white Battlebox, and I think sometimes they're black boxes with white writing, but it's always really cool to see this box show up. So anyway, we'll open it up and see what's inside here. As always, there is a, I guess they call this a sit-rep mission card. It tells you not only what's inside, and it tells you what the prices are on everything that they've assigned to it. Basically, that's going to be list price, because that's really the only solid reference point they got to go by, because prices otherwise fluctuate so much everywhere else. And then on the back side, there's kind of like Daniel, the creator and CEO of Battlebox, kind of writes up this, what he considers, what is thought process and mindset and situations that this box might be applicable to. So anyway, you can see there's some cool stuff in here already. Let me get this out of the way, and we'll start. And I've also got my list here of my price comparisons we'll take a look at. So we're just going to go down the list as always. So the first subscription level at Battlebox is basic, and it is a $24.99 per month, and it's a basic. You're going to get a pretty good list of stuff. So here's what we're going to start out with. First of all, you got a Kershaw Shuffle. Now this is a knife in the basic kit. By the way, there's a lot of blades in this kit. You're going to like it, I think. So this is a Kershaw Shuffle. Very nice knife from a very well-respected knife maker, Kershaw. I like Kershaw knives. I've got a few of my own. But this is a very small EDC style knife, and they're giving us a $13.47 value. I found this knife on Amazon for $12.99, so not a lot of difference there. Next item on the list is something that I am very familiar with as a licensed master plumber. You may not be, but I've seen some other videos about this for urban survival, and it's a 4-way Silcock wrench key. And basically what this is for is, you've seen hose faucets on the side of commercial buildings. Sometimes they have like little trap doors on them, or they don't have handles. You have to have a special key to be able to get water out. So if you're in an urban situation, you really need water, and you can't find any, you might find a Silcock or a hose faucet on the side of one of those buildings, and this allows you to get water out of it. Pretty cool tool here, very, very handy. And they're giving this an $8.89 value. I found a different one on Amazon for $5.51. Now this exact one, it looks like this exact one on Amazon was $8.89, but we'll go with a $5.51 price because that's a little less. So the next item in the basic is a Timberline, and it is a pocket EDC tool. And so basically it comes in a little Kydex sheath. You can put this on your key ring or whatever. Open it up, and it's got a kind of a pretty decent blade there. Just to show you, we got a little bit of poplar here, so you can cut a little bit of poplar with it. You can cut probably paper with it. It's not too bad there. Anyway, a little EDC pocket tool. It's got a bottle opener, a little strap cutter, a pretty good, about 1.5 inch straight blade. Has an oxygen tank wrench right here, and a little kind of a screwdriver slash pry tip there. Comes in a very nice Kydex sheet to protect yourself from the blade, and they're giving this one a $7.99 value. I found this exact item on Amazon for $7.99, so not bad there. Next item is something that's a little bit different, and I think it's kind of pretty cool, actually. It's a Ready-Man lock blocker access denial tool, and kind of different. What this is for is it's got these little pins in here. So suppose that maybe you change your locks, or somebody got kicked out of your house, or you want to block people out of your house temporarily. You can basically take the one that looks like a little arrowhead here, and you stick it in the lock, and it just jams against the tumblers and won't let a key come in. And then you got this other little piece here that you can put in. It's supposed to be able to put in to kind of shim the tumblers and let you take the whole thing out again. So you put the arrowhead looking one in to block the lock, and then the other one is to stop the lock from being blocked. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can do 8 locks with this. So theoretically, suppose you you had a falling out with somebody in your home, you didn't have time to get the locks changed, you could keep them out when they have keys. Or if maybe you're trying to barricade yourself in somewhere and protect yourself, and you can do the same thing. If you're being attacked by a horde of whatever. So that's the next item, and they're giving that a $12.95 value. Honestly, the only place I could find that is on Ready-Man's site, and it's $13 there, so pretty fair there. The next item in the basic is a very, very handy item, and it is a manual fuel and oil pump. So this has got a couple of hoses. You can pump out whether you need to siphon gas out of a stalled vehicle or a different vehicle, or you need to get some oil or whatever you need to use. This allows you to pump it without sucking your mouth full of gasoline. And you can also pump up from different, instead of just going down for gravity. So you don't just have to siphon, you can actually pump from a lower to a higher elevation or whatever. And it's got a lot of different hose types and adapters where you can get into a small, tiny cavity with a small hose if you need to. And what's good about this is it is rated for gasoline and oil, so petroleum is not going to destroy this. Some other pumps might have an issue with petroleum because it kind of acts as a solvent. Anyway, this is a very, very handy item to have in your emergency kit or in your vehicle or in your urban kit, because you can just do so much with it. You can use it for water too, but it's rated for more volatile stuff also, which is really good. They're giving us a $16.99 value. Now, I found this exact pump kit on Amazon for $16.99. There's a different brand that doesn't have quite all these adapters on it and stuff for $11.59. So that's the price I went with, but just know that that's about another $3.50 or so there, from what, 11.5 to 17. So another $5.50. But I think you get a lot more value. But anyway, so we're going to go with smaller value because you can definitely buy a similar pump for less money. So the next item on the list is a folding shovel and trenching tool, and this is the next item on the basic. And basically, it comes in a little pouch right here, very nice and compact, and it's just a folding shovel, and it's got a handle that screws in here like so. And I like the fact these are kind of coarse threads; they're not super lightweight threads. And then basically, you can fold out a pick or shovel. You can make a hoe out of it, and then just thread this up here like so. And you wind up with a little handy shovel for doing, smaller digging type tasks. It's got a saw blade on it, mostly for like maybe cutting roots, and then a bottle opener, because bottle openers are important for everybody, apparently anyway. So we'll put that there. That is also in the basic. They're giving this a $24.60 value. I gotta be honest with you, I looked all over Amazon, couldn't really find what looked like this exact one, but I found one that looked really close, and it was in a camouflage pouch instead of black, and it was only $8.89. So that's everything in the basic. Oh, also in the basic, you get a $10 basic Ready-Man membership, which is basically a website you can go to and get information and training and stuff from the folks at Ready-Man, and that's a $10 value. So that brings the Battlbox stated value for the basic kit that you pay $24.99 for to $94.89. So over 3 times the value. My value, because I found this shovel a lot cheaper, and I do not include the Ready-Man subscription in mine, just because some people may not want that, is still $59.97. So more than double what you pay for $24.99. So that's the basic, and that's pretty cool. So the next level for Battlbox is the advanced. It is $49.99 a month. In the advanced, you get everything in the basic, plus you get some more stuff. This month, the more stuff is really cool. First of all, you're going to get this Ready-Man Gray Man pack, so it doesn't have all the, it's not all tactical looking and all, it's not going to make you stand out and look like, you're cause you to possibly be a target. So let me back you up a little bit and look at the details on this one. Okay, so I don't always go over all the details of the stuff that's in these boxes, but I just think this pack is so cool. It's worth taking a quick look at. So first of all, it's kind of like a, it's got zippers on either side. You can zip it up here and zip it up here. And yet it has a Velcro closure here. So if you need quick access, you can just leave it unzipped. You just reach down here and pull that thing up, and you got like a pretty big, easily accessible pouch here. And then inside there's a pouch sleeve for probably a medium-sized laptop, or a ballistic shield, which is pretty cool. The big top here, got some loops inside here. You can put different pouches and stuff on if you want to have your Molly compatible type stuff undercover, because that's the feature, in my opinion. That's the big benefit of this. It doesn't look all tactical. It's a kind of a gray man, right? So it's got the bungee cord on the outside. You can tuck your sweater or jacket or whatever under there, which is again pretty cool. The other thing is this thing zips all the way down like so, so you can open this thing up and really get this access to your stuff very quickly if you need to, or to pack different things in there. It's a pretty cool concept there. And then you got adjustable shoulder straps with a couple of D-rings here, a carry handle here, and no waist belt, but this is kind of a lightweight, again, kind of undercover kind of thing. And you got a side zip on either side, with a pocket goes down to about right here and goes out the other side. So if you needed to carry a I don't know, like a firearm or something in there, you could. There's no Velcro or anything in it, but you could definitely it's not going to move around. There's not a very big area there. So that is the in my opinion, really cool little kind of gray man, non-tactical, normal looking pack, which is pretty cool. So okay, so they're giving this a $40 value. I mean, this is a Ready Man branded item. The only place I could find it is on Ready Man's website, and that is a $44.95 price there. I think that's well worth it. This is a really nice pack, very cool features on it, and as you could tell. So that is the included in the advanced level. We'll put it here, kind of get out of the way. The next item in the advanced level is another really cool item. It is from the folks at Ontario Knife Company, and they're calling this the Para Pry from Ontario. And it's just a very little kind of a heavy-duty small pry bar, and it's got some edges here that are not sharpened. Now, if you want to sharpen these, you can, but but you don't have to. It just gives you just enough to where you can get underneath stuff and to wedge and pry. It's very, very solid. It's a little heftier than those maybe small pocket ones. Very solid thing there. If you need it, you could drive that in places with a hammer or something, or a brick or whatever you can find. It's strong enough it's going to do that, and you could wedge it in and do whatever you need to do with it. Just a really handy item to have. This is a first run from Ontario. It's not even on their website yet. So Battlbox is giving this a $24.95 value. We're going to go with that because that's probably what it's going to be close to on Ontario, and that's the only price I can find. So it's got a couple holes in it here, you'll notice, and they also include in the advanced 6 feet of paracord, 550 cord, that you can make your own paracord wrap here if you choose to do so, which is pretty cool too. So, and that's going to wrap up the advanced for $49.99, which brings their Battlebox's stated total for the advanced to $159.84. I came up with $129.87, so still, gosh, over double the value of what you pay. So that wraps up the advanced. The next subscription level for Battlebox is the Pro level, which is $99.99 a month. At the Pro level, you get everything in the basic and the advanced, plus some more stuff. This month, the some more stuff is yet another really cool tool from the folks at Ontario. And it's kind of like the big brother to the Parapry, and that's the Ontario QAB, which is the quick access breacher. And you can see this is just another pretty stiff, about a 1/4 inch thick hunk of steel that you can use for a pry bar. Has a really sharp pointy thing on the end of it, so you could use that for a weapon to jab somebody with, or to break glass if you need to get into a vehicle or out of a vehicle. These are not sharpened. These edges are not sharpened, so you can sharpen them up if you want them sharp. You don't have to have them sharp. Again, pry bars or just need to have that taper so they can get underneath stuff. But definitely you can sharpen that up, turn it into a knife very easily. Nice micarta handles. Very solid tool. They're giving this a $99.95 value. Again, this is the first run from Ontario, so There's no pricing anywhere that I could find, including on Ontario's website. So we're going to go with their $99.95, and that is the Ontario QAB, Quick Access Breacher. In addition to that, in the pro level, they also offer the ReadyMan Premium subscription, which is just a little more, you have a little more access to different things than you do in the basic subscription, which is $20 a month. So that's another $10 from the basic, which brings their total for the pro level to $269.79. My total, since I don't include the ReadyMan stuff because of the differences, is $229.82. Still, again, more than double what you pay for the $99.99. And that's everything in the pro level. The final and top level for the Battlbox subscription service is the Pro Plus, sometimes called the Knife of the Month Club. And this month, the Pro Plus includes a really, really cool tool from the folks at Off Grid Tools. It is the Survival Axe Elite. And we'll take this thing off of there because that bothers me. But this thing is amazing, man. I'm telling you, this is one of the coolest tools I've seen in a long time. Real quick, I'll try to tell you what all is included in it, and then we'll wrap this thing up. But it's got a hammer with a nail puller on it. It's got a, you see that the end is not sharpened, but it's beveled as a pry bar. So you got a pry bar on that end. You got a sharp, resharpenable, but it's already sharp enough, hatchet blade here. You got different hex wrenches here, and these are both SAE and metric, and some of them are interchangeable, as you know, some of them aren't. So that's got a little step down. One side's SAE, one is metric. Then it's got a 1/4 inch bit holder here that's backed up, so your bit won't fall all the way through. You can put a bit in it, any kind of 1/4 inch bit. It has a gas valve wrench right here that you can turn a gas valve off with. Also a bottle opener. This is like a nail puller. Here, there's a nail puller here. Also, there's a glass breaker here, hardened steel glass breaker on the butt end, and a seatbelt cutter here. And what's really cool about this is you push this down and turn it out. You've got a hacksaw here, and actually this is a sawzall blade holder, so you can put whatever you want kind of sawzall blade in here. This is a thin curve. This is a hacksaw blade, but as a plumber, I'm used to using sawzall blades, and so you can put any of the shorter sawzall blades in here. Pretty cool there. So you can put a wood blade, a hacksaw blade, carry a couple extra blades in your pouch. And you can see, by the way, that this is a pretty close to a full tang hatchet. So it's just got an overmolded handle, very grippy, and just does it looks like it'd do a really great job. Pretty cool there. They're giving this an $89.99 value. I found it on I think Amazon for $77.06. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you right there, yeah. So that brings the Battlbox stated value for the Pro Plus level to $359.78, and that is $149.99 a month at the Pro Plus, by the way, if I didn't say that. And my value, as far as what I found everything for on the internet and without the ReadyMan subscription stuff, is $306.88. So again, still at least double what you would pay. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, well, that was a quick look at the Battlbox Mission 28 Urban Survival, and I got to say, again, I think Battlbox is doing a great job. They maybe have had one box out of all of them I reviewed that wasn't, in my opinion, at least a triple, if not a home run. I think this is definitely a home run. This is a very much awaited box, and I'm just showing this because I think it's cool. By the way, I had a chance to talk with Daniel, the CEO of Battlbox, at Blade Show this year, and asking if he would do something special for the viewers of this channel. So he created a 10% discount code for the viewers of Survival on Purpose. It's going to be SURVTEN. I'll put a link to that below with the discount code. So if you're interested in checking out your own Battlbox, you can save 10% by using that code, SURV10. So thanks to the folks at Battlbox for doing that. And also thanks to them for sending me these boxes every month so I can show them to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday, Saturday, and very often random videos throughout the week. You can check out a new one by clicking right here to your right, my left. And if you're not subscribed, please click down here in the corner and do so. I would really appreciate it. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.